The Filet-O-Fish has been a McDonald's staple since 1962, created for customers avoiding meat on Fridays. Today, over 300 million are sold each year. But behind this simple sandwich is a huge system, starting in the cold waters of Alaska, where tons of pollock are caught, frozen, and shipped to factories. There, machines shape and prepare more than 3 million patties a day, keeping up with global demand. Here's how it all comes together. Believe it or not, the Filet-O-Fish wasn't some fancy new recipe. It was McDonald's way of keeping business alive on Fridays. Back in the early 1960s, Lou Groen, a McDonald's owner in Cincinnati, had a big problem. His restaurant was nearly empty at the end of each week. The reason? The area had a large Catholic community that didn't eat meat on Fridays, and without burgers, McDonald's wasn't exactly a hotspot. Sales were dropping fast, and if he didn't find a fix, he'd be out of business. So he got creative and came up with a simple, tasty solution: a crispy fish sandwich with tartar sauce and a slice of cheese. It was quick, delicious, and most importantly, meat-free. Proud of his new sandwich, Groen took the idea to McDonald's founder Ray Kroc, but Kroc wasn't sold. He had his own meat-free idea: a pineapple sandwich. Yep, just a bun with a slice of pineapple. That's it. Not exactly a game changer. So they made a bet. Whichever sandwich sold more in a test run would make it onto the menu. When the big day came, it wasn't even close. The Filet-O-Fish crushed the pineapple sandwich, selling 350 to just 6. That wasn't just a win, it was a blowout. And just like that, McDonald's had its first seafood sandwich. Today, the Filet-O-Fish is a fan favorite. Whether it's the soft steamed bun, crispy fish fillet, or just that classic taste, it's stuck around for a reason. Over the years, McDonald's made a few changes, switching from halibut to cod and then to Alaskan pollock. But it's still the same sandwich people love. And luckily, it's still not a pineapple on a bun. Enough history. Let's see how it's made. McDonald's gets its Filet-O-Fish from wild-caught Alaskan pollock, a fish known for its mild taste, flaky texture, and plentiful supply. It's not just chosen for flavor, it's also one of the most sustainable seafood options out there. Unlike some fish that are overfished or harm the environment, Alaskan pollock is caught in a way that keeps the population healthy for future generations. They swim in huge schools in the icy waters of the Bering Sea and North Pacific, making them easier to catch without damaging the ecosystem. These cold waters also help the fish develop their firm yet tender texture, perfect for a crispy, tasty sandwich. Thanks to their fast-growing numbers, Alaskan pollock remains a smart, sustainable choice for seafood lovers. To keep fishing sustainable, McDonald's works with MSC-certified fisheries that follow strict rules set by agencies like NOAA. These rules help prevent overfishing and allow pollock populations to grow naturally, ensuring there's always enough for the future. The fisheries use a catch limit system, meaning only a set amount of fish can be caught each season to keep the ocean balanced and protect marine life. McDonald's suppliers also use midwater trawl nets, which catch fish without touching the ocean floor. This helps prevent damage to coral reefs and protects smaller sea creatures. Unlike bottom trawling, which can harm delicate habitats, this method keeps the ocean healthier. By following these responsible fishing practices, McDonald's helps protect the environment while ensuring high-quality fish for its Filet-O-Fish. Alaskan pollock is a top choice because it can be frozen quickly. As soon as it's caught, it's put on ice or flash frozen right on the boat to keep it fresh. Fish lose quality fast, so freezing them right away helps keep their natural flavor, texture, and nutrients. This way, by the time the fish reaches McDonald's, it still tastes just as fresh as when it was caught. Freezing at sea also means the Filet-O-Fish is available year-round, no matter the fishing season. Thanks to this careful process, every sandwich stays tasty and consistent, no matter where you order it. After being caught, the fish is sent to processing plants, either on factory ships or at facilities near Alaska's fishing ports. These plants handle huge amounts of fish quickly and efficiently, to keep them as fresh as possible. Since McDonald's sells millions of Filet-O-Fish sandwiches worldwide, these facilities run non-stop during peak fishing seasons, using advanced technology to speed up the process. The faster the fish is processed and frozen, the better it keeps its natural flavor and texture, ensuring every sandwich tastes the same no matter where you get it. When the fish arrives at the processing plant, it goes through strict quality checks. Inspectors look at size, freshness, and any defects to make sure only the best fish are used. Then, high-speed machines clean, gut, and fillet the fish, removing bones with accuracy and keeping the fillets uniform in size. This automation helps speed up production while ensuring consistency. After filleting, the fish is rinsed several times to wash away any blood, scales, or impurities, keeping the taste mild and fresh without an overly fishy flavor. The fillets are quickly frozen at about -20 degrees Fahrenheit, -29 degrees Celsius, right after processing. This prevents large ice crystals from forming, which could ruin the fish's texture. Flash freezing locks in moisture and keeps the fish tender and flaky when cooked. Unlike slower freezing methods that can affect quality, this process helps the fish stay fresh for months. Once frozen, the fillets are packed up and sent to processing plants, where they'll be turned into the fish patties used in McDonald's sandwiches. At the processing plant, the frozen fillets are ground up and mixed with potato starch and breadcrumbs to help them hold their shape. Instead of using whole fillets, McDonald's makes its fish patties from finely minced fish, ensuring a smooth, consistent texture. The mixture is then shaped into square patties, not just for looks, but to fit perfectly in the bun and cook evenly. This precise shaping helps each patty fry to the same crispy golden brown finish. By following this process, McDonald's makes sure every Filet-O-Fish patty tastes and feels the same, no matter where you get it. Once the fish patties are shaped and portioned, they go through a careful breading process to create the perfect crispy coating. This happens in multiple steps to ensure the outside is crunchy, while staying light enough to complement the soft, flaky fish inside. The goal is to achieve a balanced texture that enhances the mild, slightly sweet flavor of the Alaskan pollock without overpowering it. Unlike heavier breading used for other fried fish, the Filet-O-Fish coating is designed to be thin and airy, giving it just the right amount of crunch. This precise layering technique makes each bite crispy, flavorful, and satisfying. One of the key reasons the sandwich has remained so popular over the years. The breading process starts with a light dusting of flour and starch, which helps the batter stick and keeps the coating from falling off during frying. Then, the patties are dipped into a liquid batter made from wheat flour, cornstarch, and seasonings, creating a smooth, even layer that fries up crispy. Next comes the final breading stage, where they're coated in coarse breadcrumbs designed for frying. These crumbs help create the Filet-O-Fish's signature golden crunch without making it too greasy. The texture is carefully balanced, not too fine, which would make it soft, and not too large, which could cause it to fall off, ensuring every bite is perfectly crispy. After breading, the patties go through a quick pre-fry. In vegetable oil, at about 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 177 degrees Celsius, for 30 seconds. This step doesn't fully cook them, but helps set the breading, making it lightly crispy while keeping the fish moist. Instead of cooking them all the way, the patties are immediately flash frozen to lock in their texture and flavor before shipping. This ensures that when they arrive at McDonald's, they fry up fresh, crispy, and golden every time. After pre-frying, the fish patties are vacuum sealed in airtight packaging to keep them fresh and safe from contamination. They are then stored in industrial freezers at -20 degrees Fahrenheit, -29 degrees Celsius, to preserve their texture, taste, and quality. Freezing at such low temperatures helps prevent moisture loss and ice crystal formation, which could affect the fish's delicate structure. Once packaged, the patties are carefully loaded onto temperature-controlled trucks that keep them frozen throughout the journey. These trucks have real-time temperature monitoring systems, allowing McDonald's to track and maintain proper freezing conditions from the processing plant to distribution centers, ensuring the patties arrive in perfect condition. To keep the fish patties fresh and cut down on waste, McDonald's uses a just-in-time inventory system. This means patties are only stored for a short time before being sent to restaurants, preventing overstocking and keeping quality high. By constantly rotating inventory, McDonald's makes sure every Filet-O-Fish is made with fresh ingredients. Distribution centers play a key role in this process, delivering exactly what each restaurant needs, right when they need it. This efficient system helps McDonald's serve millions of Filet-O-Fish sandwiches every year without running out of supply. When the fish patties arrive at McDonald's, they go straight into deep freezers set to the right temperature. Employees follow strict storage rules to keep them fresh and untouched until it's time to cook. Keeping the patties properly frozen prevents freezer burn, texture changes, and flavor loss, so they taste just as good as when they were first made. By the time a Filet-O-Fish is cooked and served, it has gone through a carefully controlled process to ensure quality, safety, and the same great taste at every McDonald's worldwide. When it's time to make a Filet-O-Fish, the frozen patties are taken out and fried in 100% vegetable oil at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 177 degrees Celsius, for about 3-4 minutes. This cooks the fish all the way through while giving it a crispy golden crust. The hot oil keeps the breading crunchy and the fish inside soft and flaky. To make sure every sandwich tastes the same, McDonald's carefully manages its oil, filtering it several times a day and replacing it often so the fish stays fresh and doesn't pick up flavors from other fried foods. Unlike burger buns, which are toasted for a slight crisp, the Filet-O-Fish bun is steamed to keep it soft and warm. This makes a nice contrast to the crunchy fish patty and gives the sandwich a smooth, melt-in-your-mouth feel. A toasted bun could overpower the delicate fish, but steaming keeps the texture light. Another unique touch is the half slice of American cheese. Instead of using a full slice like other sandwiches, McDonald's uses just half to add a creamy, slightly tangy flavor without overwhelming the fish. The final touch is a scoop of creamy tartar sauce made with mayonnaise, pickles, and a hint of lemon for a tangy kick that pairs perfectly with the mild, flaky fish. The sandwich is then wrapped in McDonald's special packaging, which keeps it warm and soft without making the bun soggy. From frying to serving, the whole process takes just minutes, ensuring every Filet-O-Fish is hot, fresh, and just as tasty as customers expect. Capri Sun is everywhere. Lunchboxes, soccer games, camp coolers. That silver pouch and bendy straw, instantly recognizable. It's quick, fruity, and fun to drink. But most people don't think about what it takes to make it. It started in Germany in 1969 and hit US shelves in the 80s. Now, over 6 billion pouches are made every year, with 1.2 billion sold just in the US. That's enough juice to fill 150 Olympic-sized swimming pools every year. The juice comes from real fruit, apples, oranges, grapes, grown on farms around the world. It's turned into concentrate, mixed with water, flavored, and checked to make sure every pouch tastes the same. Machines then cut, fill, and seal the pouches, more than 1,000 every minute. Workers keep it all moving. It's a huge, fast system. And today, we're going inside to see how it all works. In 1969, while the world was focused on landing on the moon, a German company called Wild made a different kind of breakthrough, putting juice in a shiny, squeezable pouch. That's how Capri Sun was born. It may not have had NASA-level tech, but it gave kids, and some adults, a cool way to stay hydrated. No more heavy glass bottles or bulky cans, just a lightweight, portable pouch that felt futuristic. The name came from the Italian island of Capri, because apparently nothing says refreshing like Mediterranean vibes. But let's be real, most of us sipping it at recess weren't dreaming of Italy's beaches. We were just trading flavors with friends. In the 80s and 90s, Capri Sun became a must-have in lunchboxes, almost like a status symbol. If you had one, you were basically a VIP at the cafeteria. It wasn't just a drink, it was something kids traded snacks for. The ads made it even cooler, showing kids turning into liquid silver and zooming across the screen like juice-powered superheroes. We started to think Capri Sun gave us superpowers, or at least made us look cooler. But in reality, the hardest part was figuring out how to stab the pouch without making a mess. It was tricky. Poke too hard, and you'd rip the back, poke too soft, and the straw would bend. Over the years, Capri Sun has changed. New flavors, less sugar, and even a switch to paper straws, which, let's be honest, can be a challenge. The packaging got a makeover, the ingredients were updated, and somehow it's still a favorite for kids and nostalgic adults. Even with all the changes, Capri Sun still has that squeeze every last drop appeal. Because let's be real, no matter how old we get, it's still fun to finish that pouch and make it flat as a pancake. Enough history, let's head into the factory and see how it's made. Every Capri Sun starts with carefully chosen ingredients from trusted suppliers around the world. The main ingredients include fruit juice concentrate, purified water, natural flavors, and sometimes added vitamins or electrolytes, depending on the type. Fruit is the key to Capri Sun's refreshing taste, with apple, grape, orange, and tropical blends being the most common. Since fruit crops can change due to weather, Capri Sun works with suppliers in different regions to keep the taste the same all year. This helps them get a steady supply, even if one region has a bad harvest. To make sure the taste stays the same, flavor experts regularly test and tweak the juice to keep that signature Capri Sun flavor. The fruit juice concentrates are made by removing water from freshly picked fruit, which makes the juice easier to store and transport. This process reduces the juice's volume by 4 to 6 times, making shipping more efficient. First, the fruit is pressed to get the juice, then filtered to remove pulp, seeds, and skins. The juice is heated in a vacuum to remove extra water while keeping its natural flavor and nutrients. Once concentrated, the juice is frozen or stored in cold tanks until it's ready for production. To ensure freshness, each batch is tested for sugar content, acidity, and aroma to make sure it meets Capri Sun's quality standards before blending. Water, which makes up most of Capri Sun, goes through a thorough cleaning process before being used in production. The water is filtered in several stages, including sediment filtration, activated carbon filtration, reverse osmosis, and UV sterilization. These steps remove particles, smells, and bacteria, making sure the water tastes clean and doesn't affect the fruit flavors. Since Capri Sun has no artificial preservatives, the water's purity is just as important as the juice. Regular testing is also done to make sure the water stays free from contaminants, keeping the drink safe and high quality. Finally, natural flavors and other ingredients are carefully chosen to improve each drink. These flavors come from real fruits and are blended to create the classic Capri Sun taste. Some versions, like Capri Sun Sport or Capri Sun Roarin' Waters, may add electrolytes or adjust sweetness to appeal to different people. Before any ingredients are used, they go through thorough testing for taste, safety, and quality. Only after passing these tests do they move to the next step, mixing and pasteurizing. This ensures that every Capri Sun pouch gives the same refreshing, fruity experience every time. Once the fruit juice concentrates, purified water, and natural flavors arrive at the factory, they are carefully mixed in large stainless steel tanks. These tanks, which can hold thousands of liters, have fast-moving blades that make sure the ingredients are evenly blended. Each batch follows a specific formula, with computers keeping track of the exact amounts of juice, concentrate, water, and flavors. This ensures that every Capri Sun pouch tastes the same, whether it's made in Germany, the US, or anywhere else. Automated sensors also check the density, color, and texture while mixing to make sure each batch is consistent. To keep the taste fresh and consistent, pH levels and sweetness are checked at this stage. Since fruit harvest can vary in sugar content, small adjustments are sometimes made to keep the flavor balanced. Experts regularly test the sweetness, acidity, and aroma. If a batch isn't quite right, it's adjusted with small amounts of natural fruit acids or flavors until it matches the Capri Sun standard. This step is important to make sure the drink stays stable over time, without needing artificial preservatives. Samples from each batch are also kept for further checks, ensuring quality even after the drinks are sent out. Once mixed, the juice goes through flash pasteurization, a process that heats it to 160 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit, 71 to 82 degrees Celsius for 15-30 seconds. Unlike regular pasteurization, which heats liquids for longer, flash pasteurization quickly kills bacteria and microbes while keeping the fruit's natural taste. The juice is quickly cooled after heating to prevent a cooked flavor. This process is important for food safety, as Capri Sun doesn't use artificial preservatives, but relies on pasteurization and airtight packaging to stay fresh. Automated systems carefully control the process, making sure the right time and temperature are used to keep the flavor and nutrients intact. After pasteurization, the juice is quickly moved to sterile storage tanks, where it stays in a controlled environment until it's ready for packaging. These tanks are sealed to keep air out, which could change the juice's flavor or color. Since Capri Sun needs to last a long time without refrigeration, every step is taken to limit oxygen exposure, keeping the drink fresh. To help maintain quality, nitrogen is sometimes added to replace oxygen in the tanks, preventing oxidation and keeping the fruit flavors bright. While the juice is being made, another part of the factory focuses on creating Capri Sun's silver pouches. Unlike plastic bottles or juice boxes, Capri Sun pouches are made from a special material with layers of plastic, aluminum foil, and polyester. This design helps in several ways. It keeps the drink light, protects the juice from light and air, which can affect flavor, and makes the pouch easy to store and carry. The aluminum layer blocks oxygen and UV rays, helping the juice stay fresh for months without preservatives. The pouches are also built to handle temperature changes, keeping the taste and texture stable during transport and storage. The pouches are made from large rolls of laminated sheets, which are cut and shaped into individual pouches quickly. Machines fold and seal the edges, forming the familiar pouch shape. Each pouch is carefully measured to hold the right amount of juice, ensuring consistency. These machines can produce hundreds of pouches per minute, keeping up with the fast filling process. To improve efficiency, laser sensors check the alignment and sealing of each pouch, making automatic adjustments if needed. Any pouches that are misaligned or not sealed properly are immediately removed to maintain quality. Before being filled with juice, the pouches go through a strict cleaning process. They are treated with steam, UV light, and clean air to remove any germs. Since Capri Sun doesn't use artificial preservatives, this cleaning step is necessary to keep the drink safe for a long time. To make sure they're properly cleaned, random samples are tested for germs before the filling begins. Any pouches that don't meet the standards are removed and recycled to avoid contamination. To make sure the pouches are strong, some are tested by squeezing, dropping, and pressurizing them to check for weak spots. If a batch doesn't pass, production stops until the problem is fixed. Some pouches are also tested by overfilling them to see how well they hold up. This testing makes sure every Capri Sun pouch can handle shipping, handling, and regular use without leaking or breaking. Only after passing these tests do the pouches move on to be filled with juice. Once the pouches are sterilized and ready, they move down the line to the filling stations. The pre-mixed juice is pumped into each pouch using nozzles that make sure each one gets the right amount. Since the juice is carefully processed, this happens in a sealed space to avoid contamination. The filling area has clean, filtered air to keep out dust or germs. The equipment is checked regularly to make sure it works quickly and accurately. Filling happens quickly. Some factories can make tens of thousands of pouches every hour. Sensors check the juice level in each pouch, and if one is filled too little or too much, it's automatically removed and fixed. This careful control makes sure each Capri Sun pouch meets the right size and quality. Temperature sensors also keep track of the juice to make sure it stays at the best temperature for flavor and nutrients. If anything goes wrong, production stops for a quick check before continuing. After filling, each pouch is sealed shut with special equipment that uses the right amount of heat and pressure. This creates a tight, leak-proof seal to keep the juice fresh. The seal needs to be strong to avoid spills, but flexible enough for people to squeeze out every last drop. To make sure the seals are strong, some pouches are tested with vacuum and pressure to check how they'll hold up during shipping and storage. If any weak seals are found, adjustments are made right away to avoid problems. Once sealed, the pouches are cooled quickly to keep the juice fresh and protect the packaging. At this point, the pouches are almost done, with just a few more steps before they're ready for stores. As a final check, each batch is inspected to make sure the packaging is strong, the pouches look good, and everything is in good condition before being sent out. After the pouches are filled and sealed, they move down the conveyor belt to the straw attachment station. Capri Sun's unique straws are designed to be sharp enough to pierce the pouch but are still safe for kids. These straws are made from lightweight plastic, or in newer versions, eco-friendly paper. Each straw is wrapped in a protective film to keep it clean until it's open. To be more sustainable, Capri Sun is working on straws made from biodegradable and recyclable materials to reduce plastic waste while keeping things convenient. The straw attachment process is fully automated, with robotic arms carefully placing the straw on each pouch. A small, safe adhesive holds the straw in place without making it hard to peel off. The straws are positioned so that it's easy for users to find where to insert them. A sensor system checks for misaligned or missing straws, removing any defective pouches from the line. This step is important because a misplaced straw could make the pouch hard to open. The adhesive is also tested to make sure the straw stays on during transport, but is still easy for customers to remove. After the straws are attached, the pouches go through a final quality check. Each batch is tested for leaks, correct filling, and proper straw placement. Factory workers randomly pick pouches from each batch and test them by squeezing, shaking, and dropping them to make sure they can handle being shipped and used without breaking. If a pouch fails, it is thrown out, and the cause is looked into to prevent more problems. Some pouches are also tested under pressure to make sure they won't break when packed in large shipments. In addition to physical checks, the juice is also tested to make sure it meets Capri Sun's flavor standards. Trained testers taste random pouches to check if the drink has the right balance of sweetness, acidity, and fruitiness. If something is off, the batch is held back and fixed before it's sent out. These steps make sure only the best tasting, properly sealed Capri Sun pouches make it to stores. Before leaving the factory, final checks are done to ensure the packaging looks good, the barcode works, and the expiration date is correct. After all quality checks are done, the finished pouches are ready to be packaged. Capri Sun is usually sold in packs of 10 pouches, but some places offer larger packs or variety sets. The packaging helps keep the pouches organized, protects them during shipping, and shows off the brand to attract customers. Each box is made to be easy to stack and store in warehouses or on store shelves. Some special packs may also have limited edition flavors or fun designs to appeal to different buyers. The packaging process is fully automated, with robots stacking the pouches in the right position before placing them into pre-made cardboard boxes. These boxes are made from lightweight, durable recycled materials, which helps the environment while keeping the product safe. The boxes are printed with bright colors, product info, and marketing designs before being folded and sealed. High-quality printers add branding details like nutrition facts, logos, and eco-friendly messages to show Capri Sun's commitment to sustainable packaging. Each finished multi-pack is weighed to make sure it has the right number of pouches. precision scales are used, and any packs that are too light or heavy are removed. The boxes are labeled with expiration dates, batch codes, and barcodes for easy tracking and inventory management. This helps stores keep track of stock and quickly find products in case of a recall. Scanning systems check that each barcode is printed correctly and can be read easily, reducing errors and ensuring smooth distribution. Once the multi-packs are boxed, they are packed into larger shipping cartons and placed on pallets for transport. The pallets are wrapped in plastic to keep them stable during shipping. They are then moved to the factory's distribution center, where they are sorted by destination and prepared for delivery. Some pallets are sent directly to stores, while others are kept in temperature-controlled warehouses to keep the product fresh. Now, Capri Sun is ready to be sent to supermarkets, vending machines, and customers all over the world, making sure every pouch arrives in great condition. Capri Sun's lasting popularity comes from its great taste, easy packaging, and focus on quality. Since it first came out, the brand has been a favorite for both kids and parents, offering a refreshing and fun way to drink fruit juice without artificial preservatives or high fructose corn syrup. By choosing quality ingredients and using advanced production methods, Capri Sun makes sure every pouch tastes great. The brand's commitment to natural flavors and top-quality ingredients has earned it trust and loyalty from consumers over the years. A big reason for Capri Sun's success is its iconic pouch design. Unlike regular juice boxes or plastic bottles, Capri Sun's lightweight and flexible packaging is easy to carry, store, and drink from anywhere. Over 2 billion pounds of bacon are eaten in the US every year. That's nearly 6 million pounds a day. But behind that smoky, crispy obsession is a tradition that's older than America itself. Why do so many people love bacon, and what happens before it ends up on your plate? Let's take a closer look. Bacon has been making mornings better for centuries, and people have been hooked on it just as long. The love for crispy, salty pork strips goes way back to ancient China, around 1500 BC, when folks started curing pork belly with salt. It was a game changer because, really, who wouldn't want meat that lasts longer and tastes amazing? The Romans later jumped on the trend with their own version, called pedazo, which sounds fancy, but was basically an early bacon snack. They ate it on the go, kind of like ancient fast food, just without the drive-thru. And considering this was a time when people watched gladiators battle for fun, you know bacon had to be worth it. By the Middle Ages, bacon was so popular in England that bringing home the bacon wasn't just a saying, it was real life. Some towns even had contests where men could win a whole side of bacon if they proved they hadn't argued with their wives for a year. Imagine staying calm for 12 months just for some pork. That's commitment. And if you think people take bacon seriously today, back then it was practically a status symbol. Families would hang it in their homes to show they could afford it. Kind of like the medieval version of showing off on social media. Rich or poor, everyone was cooking it up, proving that when it comes to crispy, salty goodness, nobody cares about class differences. These days, bacon isn't just for breakfast, it's everywhere. It's in burgers, donuts, and even toothpaste. Yes, that's real. And no, I wouldn't recommend it unless you want to smell like a diner all day. There's bacon-scented soap, bacon-flavored vodka, and even bacon-themed weddings for the truly obsessed. If any food shows true dedication, it's this one. People have wrapped Thanksgiving turkeys in it, dipped it in chocolate, and even used it to make art, because who needs paint when you have pork fat? Whether you like it crispy, chewy, or just as an air freshener for your car, one thing's for sure. Bacon isn't just food, it's a lifestyle. And honestly, what a tasty life it is. But enough history, let's take a look inside the factory. Bacon's journey starts long before it hits the factory, on pig farms, where certain breeds are raised for pork. The most common ones are Yorkshire, Duroc, and Landrace, because they grow the right mix of meat and fat for bacon. Farmers keep a close eye on the pig's genetics to make sure they produce top-quality pork bellies, since the fat-to-meat ratio is key to bacon's taste and texture. The breeding process is carefully managed so the pigs stay healthy and grow at the right pace to meet demand. What pigs eat, plays a big role in how their meat turns out. Most farms feed them a balanced mix of corn, soybeans, and added vitamins to keep their growth steady and their fat marbling just right. That marbling is what gives bacon its perfect balance of crispy and chewy. Some farms tweak the diet by adding barley or other grains to make the pork even more flavorful, while others focus on organic, free-range methods for higher-end bacon. Some farmers even say their feeding choices give bacon a richer, more unique taste. Pigs are usually raised for about 5 to 6 months until they reach 250 to 280 pounds. Then they're sent to processing facilities. Farmers and vets keep a close eye on their health to make sure they stay disease-free. Stress is also a big concern because it can make the meat tough or pale, so farms try to keep the pigs as comfortable as possible, avoiding sudden changes or rough handling. When pigs reach the right weight, they're taken to USDA-approved processing plants in special trucks designed to keep them as calm as possible. Stress during transport can affect the meat, making it pale and mushy. So careful planning is key. To avoid overcrowding or overheating, farms make sure the pigs have enough space and a smooth ride. Once they arrive, they rest in holding pens for a bit to recover from the trip and stay relaxed. Slaughtering is done quickly and humanely using one of 3 methods: electric stunning, CO2 gas, or a captive bolt. These methods make sure the pig is unconscious right away, so it doesn't feel pain. Large factories often use CO2 since it keeps stress levels low, which helps with meat quality. After stunning, the pigs are bled by cutting the major neck veins. This step is important to keep the meat fresh and prevent spoilage. Next, the carcasses go into a hot water bath, 140–150 degrees Fahrenheit, to loosen the hair. Machines then scrape most of it off, followed by a final singeing and cleaning to leave the skin completely smooth. After cleaning, the carcasses go through evisceration, where the internal organs are removed and checked for any signs of disease. USDA inspectors look closely to make sure everything meets health and safety standards, rejecting any that don't. The carcasses are then chilled in large refrigerators set below 40 degrees Fahrenheit to firm up the meat for easier cutting. This step is also important for slowing bacteria growth and keeping the meat fresh before it moves on to processing. After chilling, the carcasses go to the butchering area, where skilled meat cutters break them down into main sections, like the loin, shoulder, and ham. Bacon comes from the pork belly, a thick, fatty cut found on the underside of the pig. The belly is valued for its fat and marbling, which give bacon its perfect balance of crispy and chewy when cooked. The pork belly is trimmed to the right shape, with any extra skin removed. How much fat stays on depends on the brand. Some keep more for extra flavor, while others trim it for a leaner cut. The belly is also checked to make sure it has an even thickness and fat distribution, since uneven cuts could mess up the curing and smoking process. After trimming, the bellies are stacked and prepped for curing, the step that gives bacon its signature taste. Some premium brands use special pork from heritage breeds or pigs with unique diets to create richer flavors. Curing is what turns plain pork into bacon, preserving it while adding the delicious taste we all love. Curing is a key step that gives bacon its flavor, keeps it fresh, and stops bacteria from growing. Without it, bacon would just be salty pork that spoils faster and lacks its distinct taste. The process uses a mix of salt, sugar, and curing agents, usually sodium nitrite, which gives bacon its pink color and helps prevent harmful bacteria. Without nitrites, bacon would go bad quickly and turn gray instead of its well-known reddish-pink hue. There are 2 main ways to cure bacon: wet curing and dry curing. Wet curing, also called injection curing, is the most common for large-scale production. It involves injecting the pork belly with a liquid mix of water, salt, sugar, nitrites, and sometimes extra flavors like maple syrup or black pepper. This method is fast, taking only a few hours or days, making it ideal for mass production. Dry curing, on the other hand, is a slower, more traditional method, where a thick mix of salt, sugar, and curing agents is rubbed directly onto the meat. This process takes 5 to 14 days and results in a deeper, richer flavor. Because it's more time-consuming, dry-cured bacon is often more expensive and valued for its high-quality taste and texture. After curing, the pork bellies rest so they can fully absorb the flavors. The salt and sugar pull out moisture, which helps preserve the meat and makes the taste richer. Some high-end bacon makers use natural ingredients or special salts like sea salt or Himalayan pink salt to create unique flavors. Once curing is done, the meat moves on to smoking, the step that gives bacon its signature smoky smell and deep, savory taste. After curing, the pork bellies are smoked to give them their smoky smell, rich flavor, and golden brown color. While curing preserves the meat, smoking adds extra depth and makes bacon taste even better. In the past, smoking helped meat last longer before refrigeration, but today, it's mostly done for flavor. It also removes excess moisture, making the bacon firmer so it crisps up nicely when cooked. Without smoking, bacon would be much softer and less flavorful. Before smoking, the pork bellies are rinsed to remove excess salt from curing. They are then placed on racks or conveyor belts inside industrial smokehouses, where temperatures stay between 120 and 160 degrees Fahrenheit. This slow process lets the smoke soak into the meat without overcooking it. Smoking times vary. Some bacon smokes for a few hours, while others go for up to 24 hours for a stronger, richer flavor. The longer the smoking, the deeper and more intense the taste. The type of wood used for smoking affects bacon's flavor. Hickory is the most popular, giving it a bold, slightly sweet smokiness. Applewood and cherrywood create a milder, fruitier taste, while mesquite adds a strong, earthy smokiness. Some mass-produced bacon skips real wood smoking and uses liquid smoke, a fast and cheap alternative that lacks the same depth of flavor. Once the pork bellies absorb the smoky taste, they are quickly chilled to about 28 degrees Fahrenheit to firm up before slicing. After smoking, the bacon is quickly chilled to firm up the fat and make slicing easier. The pork bellies are placed in a cooling chamber just above freezing, 28 to 32 degrees Fahrenheit, for several hours. This step is important because warm bacon is harder to slice evenly, and soft fat can smear. High-speed industrial slicers cut thousands of slices per minute, but for them to work properly, the bacon needs to have a consistent texture and temperature. Without proper chilling, the slices could turn out uneven, affecting the look and quality of the final product. Once the bacon is properly chilled, it moves to the slicing stage, where it's cut into different thicknesses based on demand. Standard cut is the thin, quick cooking type, found in most grocery stores. Thick cut is about 50% thicker, giving it a meatier texture. Center cut comes from the leanest part of the belly, with less fat. Slab bacon is left uncut, allowing restaurants and butchers to slice it as needed. Each type works best for different cooking styles, whether you want crispy breakfast strips or bacon for slow-cooked dishes. High-speed rotary blades cut the bacon into precise slices. Some brands arrange them in neat, overlapping rows, while others stack them for easy separation. Any pieces that don't look perfect, like irregular cuts or broken slices, are turned into bacon bits for salads, soups, and fast food. After slicing, the bacon is weighed and portioned to ensure each package is consistent before moving to the final packaging stage. Bacon packaging is designed to keep it fresh, make it last longer, and let shoppers see what they're buying. The most common method is vacuum sealing, which removes oxygen to slow bacteria growth and keep the flavor intact. This airtight seal also prevents spoilage and stops the fat from going bad over time, since vacuum-sealed bacon stays fresh longer. It's the go-to choice for both producers and customers. Some high-end bacon brands use modified atmosphere packaging, MAP, which doesn't just remove oxygen, but replaces it with carbon dioxide and nitrogen. This slows down bacteria growth and keeps the bacon fresh for a longer time. It's especially useful for brands that skip artificial preservatives since it helps maintain quality without extra chemicals. Some bacon also comes in resealable packaging, making it easier to store leftovers without needing extra bags or containers. Every bacon package must have a USDA-approved label that gives important details about the product. It shows how the bacon was cured, smoked, and what ingredients were used. Some brands highlight no nitrates or nitrites added to appeal to people looking for a more natural option. Once packaged, the bacon is stored in cold warehouses below 40 degrees Fahrenheit until it's ready to be shipped. From there, it goes to grocery stores, restaurants, and finally into customers' kitchens. Bacon's rich flavor, crispy texture, and smoky smell have made it a favorite food around the world. Its versatility is a big reason for its lasting popularity. Whether it's served with eggs, adding crunch to a burger, or making a dish more flavorful, bacon has a way of improving any meal. The mix of salt, fat, and savory taste makes it irresistible, and its ability to go from chewy to crispy when cooked gives it a unique appeal that few other meats can match. Bacon has stayed popular over the years by adapting to changing tastes. While classic smoky bacon is still a favorite, newer options like low-sodium, nitrate-free, and plant-based versions have become popular with health-conscious eaters. Its presence in pop culture, from viral food trends to bacon festivals, has only made it more beloved. Whether it's a comfort food or a creative ingredient in gourmet dishes, bacon remains one of the most iconic foods out there. Bacon is both familiar and exciting. It brings back fond memories while offering new ways to enjoy it. Its unbeatable mix of flavor, texture, and aroma has made it a favorite for centuries. With new flavors, cooking methods, and packaging, it's here to stay. No matter how food trends change, one thing is certain: bacon makes everything better. So what do you think? Are you a fan of bacon? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, out some of these other Process Powerhouse videos. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Your thumb gets a workout, and we get the love. And if you haven't subscribed to the Process Powerhouse channel yet, seriously, what are you waiting for? A VIP invitation. Come on, hit that button. Got a factory process you're curious about? Drop it in the comments. We might just make it happen. No promises on a conveyor belt cameo, though.